Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most surprising rumors of the NFL season so far. There's chatter circulating about the Washington Commanders potentially making a bold move to bolster their secondary. And the star of this rumor, Denzel Ward, the four-time Pro Bowler from the Cleveland Browns. Now I know what you're thinking. Ward has been linked to a lot of teams in the past, but this time the buzz is real, and it's coming from some pretty reputable sources. Reports suggest that the Browns are open to trading Ward, and the Commanders are front and center in the hunt, offering a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft in exchange for the elite cornerback. Now, let's take a step back and analyze this potential blockbuster trade. The Browns, sitting at 2-7 with a points allowed average of 23, 4 per game, are in a rebuild mode. Their defense, which once looked promising, has struggled, allowing around 211 points so far this season. Cleveland's cap hit for Ward is approximately $15 million, and with their current struggles, they're looking to rebuild and shed some salary. Meanwhile, the Commanders, with a cap space around $25 million, see a perfect opportunity to add a proven playmaker to their secondary, especially given the current vulnerability in their pass defense. The rumor, initially reported by Adam Schefter, highlights that Ward is expected to be moved, and the trade could be finalized soon. The Browns, with their 33.6% third down conversion defense, are focusing on freeing up salary cap space and acquiring draft capital to rebuild their roster around their young quarterback. On the other side, the Commanders are looking at Ward as a perfect fit, an agile shutdown corner who could immediately upgrade their secondary and help limit the big plays that have plagued them this season. Let's talk about Ward's impact if this move happens, because it's not just about filling a roster spot. This is about adding a player who brings elite coverage skills, versatility, and experience. Ward's Pro Football Focus, PFF, grade has been around 52. 2 this season, which might seem average at first glance, but it's important to remember he's been battling injuries, concussions in particular, that have kept him out of 9 games in 2025. When healthy, Ward is a game changer. His coverage stats are impressive, with a coverage percentage of 54%, and he's shown the ability to make big plays with 3 pass deflections and an interception this season. Beyond the raw stats, Ward's presence on the field could be a game changer for the Commanders' defense. His agility and quickness allow him to shadow top receivers, especially in the NFC East, where the rivalry with teams like the Eagles and Giants is so fierce. Ward's ability to limit opponents' passing yards per target, projected to go from around 7.5 yards down to 6.3 yards per pass, could be a major difference maker. The analytics show that adding Ward could boost the Commanders' EPA, expected points added, per coverage target by plus 21%, which is huge. His anticipated turnovers could increase by 5, and his presence might reduce opponents' yards per carry by about 4 yards, which would significantly tighten up the run defense. Furthermore, Ward's addition could impact the Commanders' chances of winning in multiple ways. His ability to create turnovers, adding around 7 extra takeaways, and reduce big plays from the opposition could translate into a win probability increase of about 11%. His presence would also help stabilize a secondary that has been vulnerable, especially with other key players possibly on injured reserve. For example, with the current injuries in the secondary, Ward's veteran experience and elite coverage skills could bring much-needed consistency and leadership on the back end of the defense. From a strategic standpoint, this trade makes a lot of sense for the Commanders. They've shown a willingness to invest in their defense, and adding a player of Ward's caliber aligns with their goal of contending now, not just rebuilding. The team's coaching staff and front office are known for their meticulous planning, and bringing in a player who can immediately elevate the secondary could be the move that takes Washington from a decent team to a serious playoff contender. Now, it's important to remember that this is all speculative at this point, based on rumors and leaked information. However, the NFL landscape is constantly shifting, and with Cleveland apparently open to trading Ward, the Commanders are among the frontrunners. The deal, if it happens, would be a bold statement from Washington's front office that they're serious about contending in the NFC. It would also send shockwaves through the division, especially considering that Ward would be tasked with locking down some of the top receivers in the league, including some of the NFC East's best. The impact of adding Ward isn't just immediate. It could also have long-term implications. His presence could help develop young players like Benjamin St-Juste or Christian Holmes, who are still learning the ropes. Plus, Ward's leadership and experience would be invaluable in guiding the younger corners and building a more resilient secondary for the future. The Commanders have been in a bit of a rebuild mode over the last couple of seasons, but this move could accelerate their timeline, pushing them closer to that elusive Super Bowl window. Of course, nothing is guaranteed until the trade is officially announced, and there are always questions about fit, chemistry, and how quickly a new player can adapt to a new system. But Ward's skill set, combined with his proven track record, makes him an intriguing target. His ability to play zone, man, and even blitz from the outside makes him a flexible asset. Plus, his background in high-pressure situations like playoff games means he's used to performing when it counts most. And let's not forget, the NFC East is a fiercely competitive division right now. The Eagles are reigning champions, the Cowboys have one of the best defenses in the league, and the Giants are also making strides. In that context, adding a player like Ward could be the difference maker that helps Washington leapfrog some of these teams and secure a playoff spot. The NFC is wide open this year, and a move like this could be what pushes the Commanders into serious postseason contention. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFL trade deadline is approaching, and teams are jockeying for position. The Browns, sitting at 2-7, are in a clear rebuild, and shedding Ward's salary and acquiring a first-round pick in 2026 makes sense from their perspective. For Washington, acquiring Ward would be a statement move, signaling that they're all in on competing now and building a roster capable of making a deep playoff run. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off handsomely if Ward stays healthy and continues to perform at the elite level he's known for. In terms of odds, some betting markets have already started to reflect the possibility of this trade, with odds shifting from +10, 0 to +4, 0 for Ward ending up in Washington. That's a significant move, indicating that the betting community is starting to believe this deal might actually happen. Ward's reputation as an X-factor, especially in rainy, difficult conditions, where his agility and quickness shine, makes him a perfect fit for a team looking to add some serious playmaking ability to their secondary. Now, I know some fans might be cautious. Adding a player mid-season always comes with risks. Chemistry, system adjustments, and potential injury concerns are real. But if the Commanders can secure Ward without giving up too much else, it might just be the move that propels them into the upper echelon of the NFC. With the right coaching staff and support, Ward's talent could be the missing piece in Washington's puzzle. So what do you think, Commanders fans? Is this the kind of bold move you want your team to make? Do you believe Ward can be the difference maker in the second half of the season? The NFL is unpredictable, and sometimes a single trade can change everything. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this rumor turns into reality, we're in for one of the most exciting chapters in Washington Commanders history. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.